Previously on the Skyline build, the rear end is dropped and dismantled. We played with fire to remove the old bushings. A bunch of stuff got hit with the sandblaster and some fresh paint applied, including the subframe. New bushes have been pressed into the subframe, control arms and diff, ready to be put back underneath the car. We also replaced the older Tesla hoses, including this nice one-piece braided line. And we definitely didn't make a mess bleeding it out. Annoyingly, the drive shafts had to come out so I could do a strip, repaint and rebush on the control arms, as the CVs were in the way of getting the control arm ball joint out. Unfortunately, one of them got pretty damaged off camera trying to get it out and made it unusable. So with some new ones ordered, we continued to push on when refreshing the rest of the hub. All of the bushes get the fired method to try and push out their inner sleeves, and then the rest get the cut and bang treatment. I then got into a fight with reinstalling the bush the coilovers mount to, but we then became victorious with the use of fire yet again.
Oh, come on. Woo! F you. That's it.
More parts have arrived for the Skyline, and it's a never-ending thing, but these are the last things to be going onto it before we can drive again, or get an alignment at least. This is our Hicas delete kit. So this is our lockout bar. We also have some brand new bushes, so these are going to be polyurethane bushes. Stock setup uses like a ball joint, so we've got to get the ball joint out of the knuckles. These, it looks like they've also changed the design a little bit, because I've seen some videos and these used to be a one-piece bushing. These are now a two-piece bushing, so this is going to be much easier to put into the knuckle. And obviously it comes with all the hardware that you need as well, which means in this one, it should be our arms in this. Oh, those are some meaty arms. So these are going to replace our rears, because our rears, one of them got quite damaged coming out, and to replace it just for a single used one was like $700. $750 I think was the cheapest I managed to find, or I could get a pair on sale for $1,000. But these, brand new and thicker and upgraded, $1,400. With the last parts now available, we can take out the Hicas ball joint to be replaced with a polyurethane bush, which after having a meeting with a log splitter and a thumb, it was time to invite an old hot friend back to the party.
Oh, that was close. Oh, me. Ah.
With room made for our new bushes, some grease can be chucked on and the fresh parts pushed in. This car already has a Hicas lock bar on it, which measures pretty much the same thickness as the new Gktech one, but the big difference is in the toe arms. I tried to get a rough alignment measuring it up next to the old one, but this didn't end up mattering anyway, as you'll see later on. The first step to completion was remembering to connect all our plugs again while we have the room to do so. Loosely do up all the axles into the diff, hate life because it's raining again, then realize you probably should have mounted the hub to your ball joint first before onto the axle, because now it's getting in the way of getting the nut on. I think I've done this wrong, because now I'm going to have my drive shaft in the way. But the lessons were learned for the other side. The brake calipers are now good to get remounted, both handbrake cables attached, and onto a sketchy setup to start tightening all of the shafts and bushes. So here's the setup we have at the moment. We have the brake disc sitting on the jack stand, that way the whole suspension assembly can take the weight of the car. That way we can start to tighten down everything up around there without the wheel being in the way. If you're going to do this though, put your wheels under your car, because that there is going to save your life. I'd tell you the torque specs for all of these if I remembered to screenshot them, but here we are. I'd recommend mounting the middle bar of the Hicas Delete first instead of working across, as the rough alignment we already had is now ruined immediately trying to pull the wheels back in. After all of that, get halfway through chucking your exhaust back on before letting the 12-year-old intrusiveness get the better of you. Of course we had to cold start it while the straight pipe. Once everything's all buttoned up again, it is a relief to see this thing back on the ground. Unfortunately we still can't drive it yet, as it still needs an alignment and a new clutch. But we got new stickers, so that's pretty cool.